Hi guys, this is Anne-Marie. I'm just coming to you to teach you a little bit about how to wrap a present. I know that during the holiday season it can get very hectic. You're running around, you're trying to get things done, and sometimes wrapping the present is usually the last thing on your mind. Some people it's just they don't have time, others it's just the thought of having to wrap a package is completely overwhelming because they've never really been taught how to do it. I know for myself, until my mother had seen what I was doing and how I was wrapping, yeah, it was interesting. So she had sat down with me and she taught me how to wrap a package. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but once you get used to doing it, take you a couple of seconds to wrap each package, maybe like less than a minute. So I just want to go over, as you can see, I've kind of already pre-cut off a piece of paper here so that I didn't end up having to go down on the floor to go and do where I've actually been wrapping most of my packages. So what I usually do is I take my packages and to start, I buy the paper that has the grids on it. I don't know if you can really see it. Let's see if I can't do it like this. You can see it has little grid marks on it, which is really helpful when you're going to cut the package or cut the paper for the package. Makes your life much easier. So what I come and I do is I take the paper or the package all the way down towards the end of the paper and I pull it up. If the paper covers the top of the package, then I know that I have enough on that end. Again, because there's a grid on there, I can count down. There's 1, 2, 3 boxes on this side. On this side, I'll need 1, 2, 3 boxes here as well. So what I do is I cut off so I don't have an exuberant amount of paper that I'm trying to deal with. So I know my mom is going to see this when it goes up on YouTube. Yes, Mom, this is for you. It's one of them anyway. Alright, so now I have my package. Also beforehand, I had pre-measured to see that I would have enough when I went and I pulled it together. A neat little trick that you can do is when it's still on the roll, you can take the roll of paper out and as you're measuring it, pull the paper up and then kind of do a little fold over and leave yourself a little mark so now you know where exactly you have to cut the paper. It makes your life much easier. You can maneuver the paper, take the package off, and you're not trying to cut it with the package in place. But like I said, I had already pre-cut everything before I even started taping just to make my life a little bit easier because I'm doing it on a stove and there's not a lot of room up here. Alright, so pretty much when you come up and you pull the package together, everything should overlap just a little bit, maybe about an inch, just so that you know that you have enough room there. Now, unless you really want to annoy the person that's trying to open the paper, you really only need a very small piece of tape just to hold it in place. That's really the whole point of it. The next thing that you're going to do is, I like to say you're trying to make 4 triangles on this. One here, one here, one here, and one here. So what I do is I come across the package and I push in towards the center. By doing that, I've already kind of started making my 4 triangles. I usually do the bottoms first. I come down and I just follow the crease at the bottom of the package and then just come across. Now I've got my first triangle. Then I just slide my finger up the package and pinch it in the corner. Then just slide across. Now I've got my second triangle. So if you guys can see from the side. Then I come across and I do the same thing this way. So I come across, and the paper will bend. Sometimes you have to kind of help it a little bit. Come across to the bottom of the package. Again, sometimes you have to help the paper, especially when you're doing the second one because it might bow up a little bit. And then just make your first, slide your finger up, and pinch. Let me do this in a better angle. And then just slide across. Now here, as you can see, you have a flap here and a flap here. What I usually do is I take the top flap and I fold it under, just so I have all my seams and everything just up towards the top. And then you just pull up. Now some people are very particular about how the creases on their packaging looks. you could do one of two things. I'm not particular one way or another. If I happen to have enough where it's wrapping like halfway up here, which I usually don't anymore because I've gotten good at figuring out how much paper I need, I'll do this next part. But usually I'll just take it and I'll flap it up, and then I have a nice crisp triangle on the corner. Some people will actually take it and we'll just fold it over so that the triangle portion disappears. As you can see, I kind of just took the edge of it and just folded it forward. You do it one way or the other. Both ways work. And then here. And then a small piece of tape just to hold it in place. Your tape isn't there, like I said, to drive the person insane that's trying to open the package. It's just there to hold the paper in place so it doesn't go flying on you. Plus, if you have a lot of packages, you really don't want to go crazy with a whole bunch of tape because it's going to get very expensive trying to use a whole bunch of tape. So again, to do it on this side, just follow across. You have your first triangle. Straighten out my paper a little bit, kind of creased. Pinch up. Form your second triangle. Across. Again, my paper's creasing and it's doing it because it's already kind of pinched off on one end. Now you see how it kind of buckled up like that? Totally normal. It happens a lot. Just, if you have your finger here anchoring the one side towards the package and just come across, it'll flatten out. Again, come up, pinch together, and go across. Flap it down. In this particular case, there's enough paper that it actually flaps up for me. Come up. Now here's where it kind of becomes ambidextrous. I usually use one finger and kind of anchor it in place like this. So I take with my other finger, my other hand, and just get my tape. And then, voila! Quick little way to go and wrap your packages. Now you have some nice crisp corners. Looks professional, and the best is you don't have to pay a small fortune to have someone wrap all your packages for you. So if you like this video and you think that there's someone else that may need help learning how to wrap a package, please be sure to share it with them. And until the next time, thanks guys.